So this is Imani David. I am going to talk to you today about the Breguet Classique Chronometer 7727. That's right, the Breguet 7727. I'm going to go through this video very quickly. I'm told that my videos were starting to get a little bit long, and that's probably because I'm just long-winded sometimes and have a lot to say, like just now. In any event, here is the Breguet 7727. Start with the zoom in if I can. Okay, so the Breguet 7727 was launched by Breguet in 2013, I believe, and it won the Grand Prix award, which is the Oscar, the equivalent of the Oscar in the watch world. The highest achievement that you can get in the watch world is this Grand Prix award for the innovations that were put into this watch. I won't go into too much detail because you could find these all over the internet. It was really quite something. And the reason why we picked this watch up for the Imani David family collection is because it is widely believed to be a modern classic that can only go up in value when it is no longer being produced. This watch gave us hell to get. You would think that a contemporary piece would be easy to get, but we searched New York, Europe, Germany and Europe. We searched Italy because we were traveling there and we wanted to buy the watch, and we couldn't find it in some of the biggest markets. Long story short, we had to pick it up in the New York market, which had only one available at the time at the dealer, okay, at Breguet. So, you know, they don't make a great many of these, and with good reason. They're not cheap, and I don't think they're for everyone. So let's get some technicalities out of the way. Let's get some specs rather out of the way. So this is, as I said, the Breguet 7727. It is a manual wind watch. I'll show you the back in a moment. And so it's a 10 hertz watch, which means that it beats at 72,000 vibrations per hour. It is the world's first 10 hertz watch, and I believe the world's only 10 hertz watch in production. I know there's some prototypes out there, but nothing in production, nothing that you can get. So Breguet has got that on its plate. It is considered a major achievement to have a 10 hertz watch, a watch beating that quickly. Now, of course, the significance to having a watch beating that fast is that the watch can more easily recover from bumps and drops and keep much more accurate time from shocks that are given to the watch. All right, so the faster the movement, the faster the faster the watch is moving, the more accurate it's going to be, and of course, as I say, the more it is going to recover from shocks and bumps. The downside to that usually is that the watch wears out faster, but in this particular case, the innovations in here, using the silicone springs and the balance wheel that is suspended between two magnets, it's not actually touching anything from what I understand, reduces that friction so that they're able to bump the speed up to that 72,000 beats per hour. Okay, sounds very technical. Let's get into the watch itself. Again, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see here. It is a time-only piece. All right, and so it has a power reserve indicator here, 60 hours of power reserve. Of course, the Breguet hands. This is the second hand right here, guys. And beneath this is, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a sub-seconds. I forget it. I think it ticks at 1/16th per second or something like this. But if you look at what the high beat rate does, for example, just on the face, look at how smoothly this second hand turns. It looks as though it's actually sweeping like a quartz movement across its or around its dial. It is so smooth, and that's simply because it is going so fast in the back. All right, you can see this here. So that alone is astounding. Usually you can see the ticking, the second hand's ticking. This you can't see. It just moves so smoothly around its orbit on the second hand's dial. This piece here is just a window into where the balance wheel is in the watch. So it shows you a little bit, I'll show you the back, a little bit of where the balance wheel is. You're not going to be able to see the balance wheel suspended because that's going to be inside the watch, guys. But I'll just quickly show you as best as I can what the display case is showing. Now again, it's difficult with these deployant buckles because you can't open the buckle, the belt, the strap rather, to see as well as you'd like to see what's going on. But here is what I can show you of the 7727. It's not overly ornate. You know, there's a big plate there that's blocking a lot of the inner workings of the watch, but it also protects the watch. All right. And it's a manual wind-up watch, so there is no rotor. All right, I'm trying to get it close into these so maybe you can see how fast that's spinning, but yeah, that's the best I can do, guys. I'm sorry. But this is the Breguet 7727, and it comes in only two offerings. It comes in a rose gold and a white gold, and it's quite an achievement. Okay, of course you have the double deployant buckle here. Okay, you fold it once here and then you fold it again there to close it. Of course, there's the Breguet buckle, signed of course. And I don't know what else to say about this except that it is truly an achievement and we're happy to have it. It took us quite a bit, but we're happy to have it. Now, the specs. I said I would get into specs and I didn't, so I'll do that now. The specs to the watch, as I said, it is a manual winding watch, so you have to wind it every day. Well, not every day, when the 60 hours of power reserve are down. It is the caliber 574 DR. 574 DR, and it has 45 joules. And they say the escapement is a Swiss straight line lever, silicone, which I think is what I was talking about before. You know, they're using more and more silicone in these movements to reduce magnetism and to increase reliability. Of course, you just saw it has a sapphire case back, and you know it's around. This particular watch is a 41 millimeter diameter, and the case thickness is 9.65 in thickness, millimeters in thickness. So just to get those out of the way. Again, I don't know what else to say. You know, it has the coined edges, which is a signature of Breguet. All right, you can see that. Of course, the crown is stamped, and all high-end watches are coming with their crowns stamped. All right, and it's the dial is silvered, so solid gold inside, silvered. And of course you have the Roman numerals and then the Breguet hands, as I said earlier. Interesting thing about these watches that are solid gold like this one, you go through TSA wearing this and they don't set off any metal detectors. You go through with your solid gold watch and they're looking at you wondering, well, why isn't it go off? And well, because it's solid gold. Anyway, I just had to indulge in that bit. So guys, it's 9 minutes already talking about this Breguet. I hope I didn't neglect to tell you anything. It's a straightforward piece. It's, as I said, a time-only piece. I can maybe give you a little history on Breguet. Breguet is it was formed in 1775, and you know they served royalty more or less. And Marie Antoinette was supposed to have the first watch. And I know that with Breguet, as with Patek, every person who buys a Breguet from an authorized dealer, of course, or from Breguet itself, your name gets put into the annals of watch owners like Marie Antoinette and these folks who have owned Breguets in the past, Winston Churchill and all these guys. So it's a very secretive company, I'm told. Very high-end stuff. I don't think there are any low-end, quote-unquote, low-end Breguets out there. But it's the stuff of kings and queens, if that stuff matters to you. That's not why we acquired it. We acquired it because we believe that it is already a modern classic. The technological advancements in this watch are really mind-boggling. And I think that it's only going to increase the value of the piece as time goes on. And it's something that I'm proud to have in the collection. All right, guys, leave me a note, leave me a comment, let me know if I forgot to mention anything. Sometimes you go through these things so quickly that you forget to mention some of the most obvious details. But again, this is a watch that's not very hard to find on the internet. So much noise has been made about it. You can easily Google it and fill in the blanks for yourself. But I just wanted to share with you today the Breguet 7727 chronometer. This thing is so accurate. I set it to the atomic clock, and I can come back 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and it is still on point. Maybe it's lost a second or something like that, but it's so accurate, it is unreal. All right, guys, enough about it. I'll catch you in the next one.